Okay, last night Bracknell Bees defeated the Swindon Wildcats 5-4 in overtime. The game started a bit flat, and actually the intensity levels weren't there for most of the game. It was a patchy game. The fact that it had 9 goals in it is surprising, considering that there was a bit of lack of atmosphere and lack of intensity, and sometimes the play was just middling. Aimless play, just skating around with the puck, pass the puck. We've lost the puck. You have the puck. Okay, you pass the puck. There was periods where it wasn't as intense as it could have been. It wasn't as quick as it could have been. And I put that down to it being a mid-season game. It's very hard at any level of sport to keep up a full season's intensity game in, game out. You're going to have those games where it's a little bit off and it's not quite on the ball, not quite your finest. I will, on saying this, raced into a 2-0 lead, got pegged back to 2-2, end of the first, 4 goals. Wasn't really excited. It was actually surprisingly a really underwhelming game. Second period was better. No goals. It was a 0-0 second period, so it's still 2-2 going into the third. Swindon come from behind to take the lead to go 3-2, so they've had 3 unanswered goals. And then we, Bracknell, come back and get 2 very quick-fire goals, and Swindon are all over the place. They look really nervous at the back. Rennie Moore in goal was looking a little bit anxious. Nels had to go off injured, so there was some things going on, and we couldn't take advantage of that. They go down the other end with 2 minutes left, and they put the puck in the net, and it's 4-4, and we're going to overtime. Now, overtime is something that Bracknell haven't been very good at this season. We haven't won an overtime game or a shootout game if we've gone to that period so far. And with 4 seconds left, there's the Hail Mary play with Roman Malinik just, keeping the puck somehow, and Nags bundles the puck in the net. That's the best way to describe the 5th goal. There was one of the goals for Zach Milton was a bundled one into the net as well. Sean Thompson scored one off his knees. There were some scrappy goals. The overtime goal actually was about a minute and a half, 2 minutes of continuous possession. The build up to it, the last few seconds, was a Hail Mary play. It was like they could see they were looking at the clock going, we're running out of time here. We can't win a shootout. We know that Swindon are better on the one-on-one shootout skills competition, and they just went for a mad play, and it paid off. The celebrations say a lot. I think there's a lot of relief there. But I think Swindon will be more disappointed than anything. I mean, they come from behind, they've taken the lead, they've thrown that lead away, they've come from behind to tie it a second time. That'll be frustrating because their head-to-head this year is better. They're the better of the 2 sides on the head-to-head record over the last few seasons. Bracknell won't be actually happy. I wouldn't. If I was in that dressing room, if I was the coach, if I was the player, any one of the players, I wouldn't be happy with that result, even though there's a win. So many things went wrong. The lack of intensity by both sides was plain for all to see. And a 5-4 game wasn't as entertaining as it could have been. It built in intensity slowly. It was a slow burner. It was one of them slow burner. The 9 goals conceded, a lot of them were avoidable. Some of them were really, really sloppy. Lack of concentration. Again, aimless. Just aimless, non-intense play is what's caused that. But it was an important result for both sides. I think 1 of 3 teams is going to win the division playoffs and then actually possibly go on to the main playoff final in the National Ice Hockey League in the UK. It's between Bracknell, Swindon, Peterborough in the south, and Telford and Hull and Sheffield in the north. They're the 6 teams really that are in that mix, and in this division. It really is a toss-up between Peterborough, Bracknell and Swindon. There's not a lot to choose between the sides. All the games have been high-scoring and close. So, it's an interesting one. I think this is a very important result for Bracknell. It's a really hard knock for Swindon. They still get a point out of that. They had a 3-point weekend. They were hoping for a 4-point weekend. That hasn't happened. It'll be interesting to see what happens in future weeks and who has the better record for the next month or so. But Bracknell, I think, could be happy with getting the win, but I wouldn't think they'll be happy with how they played. They could learn a lot from that game, and as someone who was actually upstairs watching the game and looking at how the players played on the ice, there was a lot of flaws in the play. You could see bad decisions being made, bad line changes, poor communication, exposed defence at times. There are things that they can do better. And that's the sign of a good team, is to win ugly and win when you're not playing well. And they won when they weren't playing well, and they won ugly. So, in that sense, yeah, it's a sign of that they've got a good side this year. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you were at the game. It'd be very interesting to hear from you. And what your thoughts are on where teams are at the moment. And I'll have some more videos for you soon.